and welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lyford and this is...
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely adore. You know, sometimes maybe you like particular types of wine in those sort of crisp, golden autumn times. A different one to against the nice winter roaring fire. Another one for perhaps, you know, those very pleasant, bright, springy spring days. And those gorgeous hot summer days, maybe yet another. We try and bring you the right wine for the right occasion. That's our aim, isn't it, John?
That's all we've ever tried to do, John.
All we've ever tried to do. And if you haven't seen these videos before, you know, we're here to do it without any pomp and circumstances. We're going to try it and tell you as it is. You know, if we get a little bit pompous with the phrases we use, you're quite at liberty to send us a note and say, we're using that phrase for. So we'll try and make it as simple as it can and, as I say, without any pretentiousness. So, the particular wine that we are tasting on this occasion is an Australian.
You promised you wouldn't do that, John. You promised you would not do the accent. How many times?
I know, but I'm so good at the Welsh accent. So
I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry.
So we have tasted this particular brand before. It's actually called the 19 Crimes brand, and so they do lots of different wines from Australia, and it all sort of revolves around convicts that were sent out by the British to Australia as part of their penal code. So this particular one is called 19 Crimes, the Banished. So it's actually sort of says it's going to be a full-bodied red. So right up there on a scale on Asda, where I got this from, suggests that it's going to be out of 1 to 5. It's going to be 5 in terms of body. So really interested in having a smell to begin with.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. I suppose we have a look at the colour before we have a look at the smell. Do you think?
Yes, I think we should.
Oh, that is deep, isn't it? I can't. The light. It's not even going anywhere close to getting through that. That is solid.
No, you can see on it. This is it's a good, like obviously really rich garnet and really thick. Just how I like it.
Yeah, just how I like it.
Right.
Should we have a look at the nose? Well, you can't look at the nose, really, can you? Well, you can look at mine.
Let's just have a go on the nose.
Okay.
Bless. Okay.
Wow, now that's not as powerful. I mean, yeah, maybe it's in the taste, but the nose isn't really powerful. It's quite subtle, I would have said.
It's not standing out as some of them have for us. It's not one of these that kind of immediately jumps out and go, many times go, oh, and this is a little bit more work involved.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I am getting now. I'm getting that kind of, you have to get right in though, that eucalyptus-y, almost menthol.
Okay. I'm not getting that.
See, it's a hint of, and I'm sure I've found this before in other red wines, of that the tunes. Remember the sweetest tunes? When you got a cough or a cold. It's like that, but again, it's quite.
And that had cherry as well, flavour as well, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
But it's still fairly subtle. There's nothing really going.
No, I'm just getting a very sort of faint whiff of cherry. I'm not really getting much else from it at all.
Okay, well.
Maybe it's holding it all back for the taste.
It has happened. Let's give it a go.
Wow. So when I first put that in my mouth, I thought, oh no, this is going to be too sweet. This is little, but that really dissipated very quickly. You've got cherry, and it's very juicy, isn't it? It's very juicy.
It is, like you said, you get that full onness, and I appreciate the juiciness as well there, the cherry, but for me it just leaves it's not as big as I thought it would be. See, this is ranked as number 5 in the weightiness.
Yeah, it says 1 to 5, 1 being sort of very light and 5 being very full, and this said, as the suggestion was, this was right at the top end. I would put it either 3 or 4 personally.
Yeah, I think, like you say, 4 maximum. I wouldn't put this at a 5. Not that I'm saying it's not good, I just don't think it's a number 5 when it comes to weightiness of wine. But I'm telling you, this is really strange flavour there, and I think it's this is taking me back some years. Because I've always said like how different smells and flavours kind of you can
evoke memories.
Yeah, that's it. And this reminds me of when I was a kid. I can't actually say what it was because it reminds me of lamb's blood. I've never tasted lamb's blood.
Sacrificial lamb?
Never. No, not.
You're not into that sort of.
Not this Thursday, anyway.
Oh, okay.
But I've never tasted lamb's blood. But I've had something that I think in my mind, ooh, that tastes like lamb's blood. Don't know what it is. But that's made me think that's that lamb's blood flavour again. But I can't put my finger on what that actually is. There's not much coming out there. I mean, there's a bit of fruit in there, like the cherry, but there's not that much, if I'm honest.
No, I must say, I'm disappointed because I was expecting to be full on, and I believe the ones that we've taken. I'll do some links to them. I'll make a playlist actually of the 19 Chromes wines, but I was expecting a little bit more, and I think we've tasted a few. This is a video where we've done a little bit of batch tasting, so we've tasted some others, and I think perhaps the others that we've tasted have outclassed this, such that we're. If we'd had this on its own and there'd been some other, maybe not as impressive wines that we've just tasted before, maybe we would have thought more. Maybe I would have thought more of that. But it's a decent wine. There's again for the price, I think it was around about the £8 mark. It's nothing to complain about. It's a perfect wine for sharing with friends. It's not a wine that I would say I'm going to sit and smell and taste and think, oh, what is that taste? It's sort of one-dimensional. Yeah,
I think you've got it right there, John. What you're saying is that it's be a lovely wine to sit and enjoy with friends. We're still talking, £8. Still can't knock £8 for a bottle because it's. Although we've said it's not up at number 5 with the weightiness or how big it is. Just because we put it down number 4, that's only taking it down to kind of how heavy it is. It's still a nice wine. And again, enjoying it with friends, easy. But it's not like John says, it's not something that you can really sit down and right and get into that and what's that and But then again, it depends what you want from a wine, doesn't it? We don't always want to sit down and pull it to pieces. We don't always want to sit down with a friend and say, what are you getting? What am I getting? Sometimes you want to. Sit, have a glass of wine with your friend. Not worry about that. Just gossip instead. Talk about
absolutely
RuPaul.
And the other thing, of course, is that we're saying it's not full bodied, but actually that might attract some people because some people don't like full bodied and may well prefer it to be a little less full bodied. And
of course,
And again, in all of this, everything is if you like this, the fact that we don't think it's as good as maybe the other wines that we've tasted this evening doesn't really matter because obviously it's down to whether you like it. I would say. Definitely worth giving a go. If you like a sort of a slightly jammy red wine, it's very light on the tannins, then give this a go for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, what would you have with cheese with this, John?
Cheese wise, let's see. I'm probably going to lean you towards. I'd be tempted to try a smoked with that.
A smoked?
Yeah. I don't know why. Just
capstans, players.
Nice cohiba. No. Just tasting that there, I thought, that would go with a nice smoked one. But if you aren't going for a smoked one, it wouldn't really suit a washed rind. Blues you might struggle a little bit with. Oh, no. No, you could try that with the Grand Noir. It's a beautiful blue cheese, it's not quite made with double cream, but it has this very unctuous kind of a texture about it and flavour. Almost introduces this kind of it sounds awful, but the kind of fungusy, mushroomy flavour, which I think would suit as well, yeah. So something smoked or Grand Noir.
Okay. And meat, you mentioned lamb.
Yeah.
Blood lamb. Do you think I'd go with lamb?
I think it would. Now, generally we look at the lighter ones, but is it because I'm thinking, I think it is more akin to a kind of stew.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Stew. Yeah,
I get that.
I'd say.
I get that, yeah.
And depending on how you cook the lamb, it might be a bit too much, but in my mind now, because I've knocked it down on the weightiness, I think it could take lamb, yeah.
And what would you go for a score, John?
Score, right. We don't know what the grape is, it's a blend, isn't it?
Yes.
So in that case, we'll put it in the blender category. Score-wise, for me, the saving grace for me is it's £8, is what I'll put out there. Other than that, there's nothing much that I would take from it. I'm not going to go ridiculously low with my score, but I don't think it deserves some of the scores we've been given other wines, so I'm going to sit at a comfortable 74.
Okay, I was going to go 73, so around about the same. So,
yep.
It's decent wine, worth having, having friends around, nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
And just, I guess it's because of the other wines that we've tasted this evening have probably notched it down a bit. Well, great. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to see our next video, please press the little bell, and that'll make sure the next time we publish a video, you'll be one of the first to hear about it. Until then, chin chin.
Chin chin.